Hi, thank you for joining me on Faith Ministry. Today we are going to be talking about the spiritual gift of wisdom. And I'll start reading in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 13. And I will put this in the description underneath the video as well, so you have something to refer back to. And in verse 13, it says, "How blessed is the man or woman who finds wisdom, and the man who gains understanding." In 1 Kings chapter 3, and I'll put this, any scripture I mention, I'll put it down in the description so you have something to refer back to. In 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 1 through 5, King Solomon in 1 Kings asked God for wisdom. Wisdom is a gift, and as it says in Psalms 3:13, "Blessed is the man who has wisdom." Now, this is not only talking about general wisdom, like just knowing how to do stuff and, all that kind of stuff you just learn, which is good, nothing against that, in your day-to-day life. But it's also spiritual wisdom. And I believe that when Solomon asked that, he was asking for spiritual wisdom. Because I'm sure it's not that he was king. It's not that he wasn't knowledgeable in day-to-day things going on. But he needed God to talk to him. He needed God to give him insight on things maybe spiritually he needed to know about, or even if it had to do with day-to-day things that maybe he just wasn't informed on. So, also, let's go to Proverbs chapter 8, if you're reading along. And in verse 32 to 33, it says, "Now therefore, O sons, listen to me, for blessed are they who keep my ways. Heed instruction and be wise, and do not neglect it." To heed, what does that mean? It is to pay attention. I know today, usually that word heed isn't used, but it's to pay attention. And let me find my page. How you pay attention is to seek God in prayer, read His Word, which is His instruction, and He will guide you in wisdom and in truth. And that is so true. The only way, like Solomon did, he is like the top example. If you want to learn the utmost about wisdom, go to 1 Kings, and I'm sure it probably goes on to 2 Kings as well in the Bible, how Solomon sought God for wisdom constantly. And he read his word, and that's what I'm saying for us to do today. That is for us to do. You seek God in His Word, listening to messages on wisdom, and even messages on Solomon as well, just because that teaches what King. And if I might even do a video on just King Solomon himself, it actually probably. It's a good idea to do that. So I may have that out one day, but it is a gift, and it's actually something that is not talked about very often, and how wisdom is a gift. And because usually people, when they think of gifts, they think of healing, and which is true, that is other gifts, but just the wisdom from God to know and listen and to understand where His heart is. And of course, day to day, if you just need insight on what to do about a certain situation, whether it's home, work, or wherever else. It's all in seeking God and asking Him to give you the gift of wisdom. And He will do it. He did it for Solomon, and I'm sure He's more than willing to do it for the rest of us. So, like I said, I may come out with a video on specifically in First and Second Kings, all on Solomon, and how he sought God for wisdom. So, and if you want that, actually that would be better to know if I should do the video. If you want a teaching on Solomon and his seeking God for wisdom in other areas in his life, I'm sure, you can comment in the video if you like to have that done. And if you need prayer, you can comment in the comment area. Or if you just want private, keep it personal. You can email me at faithministrydevotional@gmail.com, and I'll be glad to pray with you. And also, if you want to just comment on this topic or anything else, you're more than welcome. And thank you for joining me. Bye.